Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books Me, and today I'm starting off getting back into Top 5 Wednesday. If you have been following this channel for a while, you will know that I used to do Top 5 Wednesday quite regularly back in the day, like back when my channel started. It has been like forever since I've done a video. So I recently went on to check out what some of the prompts were for the month for October and whatnot, and I found out that it is actually on hiatus. It has been for the past few months now. If you didn't know, Top 5 Wednesday is a group on Goodreads created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. I think that's what her name is Lainey anyway. And so yeah, it has been on a bit of a break, but Top 5 Wednesdays has actually been around since November 2013, I think. Yeah, 2013. And so there is a massive backlog and archive of prompts. So I made actually a really long list of old prompts that I'm going to be making my way through over the coming weeks, and I thought the best way to start off would be to do a Halloween reads video. I'm pretty sure I've recommended all of these books in a Halloween related video in the past, but who cares, because they are really good. So let's just dive right in. So before I begin, I will just say there is a blog post over on my blog with all of these books and links to my reviews of these books as well if you're interested. So that'll be in the top line of description. Definitely go check it out. So the first book is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. This is actually a graphic novel. It is a collection of, I think it's, 5 mysterious, spine-tingling stories that follow journeys in and out of eerie places. It is seriously such a beautiful read. It's not super scary, but I do think you might want to read this with the lights on, maybe during the day, simply because the artwork can be quite creepy sometimes. It's really simple but really gorgeous. And yeah, it's been a while since I have read this, but it is such a beautiful graphic novel and a really great thing to read around Halloween because it is super easy given that it is a graphic novel. This next book is a bit more on the thriller mystery side than it is the scary horror side, but I think Halloween is a really great time to read this, and that is The Darkest Secret by Alex Marwood. This takes place over 2 time periods and revolves around the mysterious disappearance of twin Coco during a family and friends holiday. And yeah, it's very interesting, and it is a very interesting, and secrets are revealed, and it's just kind of if you're someone who's maybe not so much into the horror scary stuff, you might be more into the thriller mystery type stories, and that is definitely this one. The next book is Asylum by Madeline Rowe, the first book in the Asylum series. I've not actually read the whole series yet, but this first book was a pretty good start. We are following our main character Dan Crawford, who is 16 and who is doing a summer college program at the New Hampshire College, and the dormitories that they are staying in just happen to have previously been a psychiatric hospital that was kind of roughly turned into dorm accommodation, and a good chunk of the psychiatric hospital is still as it was left when like patients and doctors walked out, and the horrific and scary past of this psychiatric hospital, or obviously asylum, is threatening to bring itself into present time, and it's really creepy and really fun. That sounds really weird. This book also has a whole bunch of creepy photos from real asylums, so it's kind of like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, although there's not as many photos throughout this, but it really just adds to the creep factor of it. And yes, just back to a graphic novel, and that is Witches Volume 1 by Scott Snyder, with illustrations by Jock. And this, oh boy, this is so good. This is looking at the mythology of witches, but not as like witches as we know it, obviously different spelling. It is like this ancient evil that slowly spreads through the land, and it is a really interesting story. In places it goes between time periods, and I can't even really go into too much detail about what this is about because it is honestly a story that you do need to discover along the way, and how it just all is woven together. It is really creepy. Like, just look at some of the artwork. I don't know how well it's going to come up, but it's just seriously good, and I really hope they're working on a volume 2 because this was so good and left. It is concluded in the end, but you can tell that they were going to continue the story, like that there was going to be more to this story, and I'm hoping they're going to do it. But it is such a creepy one. The artwork is so good, and honestly, this is one that definitely scared me a little bit. The final book is one I've definitely recommended in previous Halloween recs, and that is The Dead House by Dawn Kurtajic. This book was like a whirlwind of a book. This book is kind of, I'm going to liken it to Illuminate. This book is told through a series of diary entries, plus like criminal records and emails and things like that, but predominantly diary entries. And we are following, we are uncovering what was the Johnson incident, where 25 years ago, a high school burnt down, 3 students were killed in the blaze, 20 were injured, and one, Carly Johnson, disappeared. Our main character, Carly, actually has like dissociative identity disorder, so it is Carly during the day and Caitlin at night. However, one day Caitlin just suddenly has the day and Carly is nowhere to be found, and they usually leave notes for one another, but they just kind of come to an end and Carly has disappeared and she is now Caitlin. And it is such a really interesting story because it is kind of all over the place with where with the documents that you are reading and just trying to uncover what happened. And it's just, yeah, it's really, really interesting. Definitely a little bit spooky. It's not so much horror-y, but it's kind of thrillery, just really intriguing, and definitely a really good Halloween read. So they are my 5 Halloween recommendations. I know Halloween is obviously tomorrow. I really should have done this video last week, but definitely check out these books if you can, or put them on your list for next year. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them. And I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween tomorrow. And also, on the subject of Halloween, definitely go check out my main channel, Just Me Victoria. I'll leave a link to my most recent video below where I transformed into my Harry Potter original character. So go check that. Go check that out if you are interested. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for more Top 5 Wednesdays. And I'll see you guys soon next week, hopefully with another video. Bye!